Hi, Paul Sackus, Good News Broadcast, speaking to Jane President. Hi, Jane. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you.
Good. She's the founder and the Friends of Leadership Journal chair, and a real do-gooder who I know for a bunch of years, even way back in my old Channel 13 days, where she helped create the You Gotta Have Park here in Central Park, which was a good thing. Tell us about what You Gotta Have Park was first.
You Gotta Have Park was... The idea was to try and involve as many people as possible in a weekend to be appreciative of the park, from recognition of the new Central Park Conservancy. Everybody who came into the park on a beautiful Saturday and Sunday in May was asked to give $1 for the beautification of Central Park. And in exchange for that dollar, they got a button that said, "You Gotta Have Park." And my feeling was they would be less likely to toss garbage on the ground and pull up a tulip. And what we did was we got all of the surrounding not-for-profit organizations to volunteer to be at the gates of Central Park, all the entrances to Central Park. And they gave us volunteers for the whole weekend with big barrels that we tossed money in. And at the end of the day, I think we got some good recognition of the necessity of green, the necessity of keeping our parks clean, safe, and beautiful.
It was beautiful.
And it was 13 years we did it.
Yes, I loved it. I was there day one with Channel 13. We had a big team. We were over at 59th Street at Columbus Circle.
Oh, that was a good booth.
We had a very nice, thank you, Jane. And my daughter was one of her first outreaches to community service, and we had brought a big team in, and it was very memorable. We raised a lot of money, and as you say, an awareness was given. Many years later, we're connecting, and we're connecting over an event for the Friends of Leadership, and a wonderful guy, Fred Klein, who runs and helped found something called Gotham Networking, I believe it is. And
I think it's Gotham City Networking is the whole name of the organization, but it goes under Gotham.
Yes, and they're a great group, and I'm part of the Gotham Green, once again, Green groups, and you're going to have, well, you tell us what you're going to have upcoming here.
May I tell you first about why we're doing this?
That's Jane. That's why Jane's always in control here, in charge of things, because she gets right to the basic, and then she goes on. Please.
Well, in 1993, when School's Chancellor Joe Fernandez left, he left as a legacy 34 theme-based schools, one of which was called the High School for Leadership and Public Service. Mm-hmm. And one of our Syracuse University alumni, Donald Shupak, thought to link the High School for Leadership and Public Service with the Maxwell School of Public Policy at Syracuse University. Mm-hmm. And the idea was that Maxwell was going to provide curriculum for leadership. And my thinking was, wow, these are inner city kids. What they need, probably more than anything else, is one more caring adult in their life. So I started a program called SUMA, S-U-M-M-A, which stands for the Syracuse University Mentor-Mentee Alliance. Mm. And what it did, and still does, is link one-to-one young, successful Syracuse University graduates who live and work in New York with students from the High School for Leadership and Public Service. And the idea is that these alumni mentor these students through their high school years, with hopefully the end result being college. That program was about to get underway when I met Fred Klein and his good buddy Dick Edelman, and we formed a group of older alumni that we called ourselves the Friends of Leadership. And we are sort of an umbrella group. We meet every month, and our mission is to raise funds for this particular school, whatever the needs are as outlined by the principal. And what we're doing this year is we are honoring Fred Klein with a digital journal asking all the members of Gotham and many, many members of Fred's other community, his business community and clients, to contribute in his honor to an online journal.
Okay. Beautiful.
That the answer?
There it is.
There
There's So, it literally is not going to be an event, or is there going to also be an event somewhere?
There is an event, but it's limited to only a couple of hundred people. So that will be the nearest and dearest, but Fred's reach is extensive. And we just felt that there would be lots and lots of people, particularly those at Gotham, who wanted to thank Fred for starting Gotham and for creating this incredible networking system whereby people can do anything from get a job to buying a car to getting somebody to take care of their children to finding a roofer out in Babylon, Long Island. And it works.
He has a list. It's called Fred's List.
Fred's List. Correct.
And he is such a gentleman. He's really a kind, giving, good soul, entertaining. We've taped a bunch of shows with the Gotham Green Group, and each time it's always very interesting about the good things that they're doing and all the people within it that are what they're up to. It's a lot of good things here. So what should somebody do? So they don't necessarily have to be a Gotham member to be involved here.
Well, there is a site they can go to. May I give you the site?
Of course.
It's www.hsl aps.org/benefit.html. And by clicking on that, you will be directed to the Friends of Leadership website and be able to read about Fred and the two other honorees. And if you are so inclined, a donation would be wonderful.
Where is the school?
The school is down on Trinity Place, cheek by jowl with the World Trade Center. And that's a story unto itself because all of our students were in school that day on 9/11, and I'm happy to say all of them were evacuated safely. A bunch of them hopped on the Staten Island ferry and spent the night in a school in Staten Island, and a bunch of them hopped on the New Jersey ferry and spent the night in a church, and everybody else who could hoofed it home from Battery Park. But it was a nightmare. The children were exiled from September until the following January to another large high school where we were supposedly welcome, but not really. It was overcrowded, and it was this high school for fashion, and teachers were teaching English in the sewing room. It was not a particularly good experience, but they did get to meet Bill Clinton, who came to visit.
Beautiful. Well, I think a lot of people aren't aware, and as I wasn't myself, the different kinds of high schools that are in the city. They're just magnificent schools, right?
When they fulfill their mission, yes, they are. But you have to understand, these are inner city schools. We draw our students from all 5 boroughs, and almost all of them are living at or below the poverty level. The good news is that the money that the Friends of Leadership raise sends really talented young people up to Syracuse University for the summer, and they take 2 college courses, and they get 6 college credits.
Wow.
Toward not just Syracuse, but any other university. So what we are trying to do is get as many as possible up to campus, up to Syracuse, to have that college experience. What we've discovered is that those students, those young people who have had that on-campus experience are so much better prepared for college. We have a very large Dominican population, and many of them are recent arrivals to this country, and their parents know nothing about college. So they don't even know what a college is, what it looks like, what it's supposed to be. And here they have this opportunity to go for 6 weeks and take 2 courses and do their own laundry and have that whole experience.
Wow, this is really wonderful. You know, you are so consistently wonderful for so long as I know you, and this is so good, and congratulations for your continued do-gooderness.
Thank you.
Jane, what, is there a deadline on this?
Well, the benefit is going to be in June.
Okay.
So there's plenty of opportunity. And if people don't quite get the website, just go to the Friends of Leadership, and it'll pop up.
Yeah, I'm looking at the website right now. We make it very easy. We link directly to it. So within the
that's wonderful.
All the text actually that I was given will be included with this interview. So that's terrific.
Yeah,
it's 1, 2, 3.
Thank you.
Very easy kinds of things. So it's all good, and you know, Fred's well deserving. The school's well deserving, and you know, this is the kind of good news that the world needs to know, how people really extend themselves. This isn't your personal own family. This isn't your, you've made a lot of sacrifices. I know you did when you were with the You Gotta Have Park. It's a long weekend. It's a lot of work, but good goals that you like to meet.
What I'm trying to do, Paul, is I'm trying to level the playing field. We were fortunate enough to be able to send our children to private school in New York, and their high school education really did very well for them in college and in graduate school. But it's an uneven playing field. And until every kid has the same opportunity as my kid, the job isn't done. That's what this is all about.
That's very respectful, very, very, very respectful to our fellow brothers and sisters. Last comment. What's good news for you, Jane?
What's good news for me? My husband and I are going on vacation to Rome and to Greece this weekend. My grandson is going to be 16 and get his driver's license. And and I have the most wonderful puppy in the world.
You're super duper. Jane, thank you very much for sharing your good news with us.
Paul. Take
care. Bye-bye.
Bye.